So imagine you are at a buffet. You walking down the line, you see all of the different meat options, you see all of the different veggie options, all of the different sides, okay? You see all these options, so you may tend to get overwhelmed. Welcome to Mindfulness Monday. You may tend to get overwhelmed just by looking at all of these different options that you have to take in. But what if you just took a minute to just pause? Step back, look at everything before you take your plate up to that line to pick things that you want to be on your plate. Now, I'm giving this scenario because I want us to use this as we take inventory in our own lives. Use this today for Mindfulness Monday when it comes to what you're putting on your plate. All right? Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So you're at this buffet. You have your tray and you have your food, your plate. Your plate is empty right now. You walk up to the buffet line. Before just handing your plate and allowing people to serve you, or if it's self-serve, just look. Look at everything that's there before deciding, I want that. So for today only, and apply this today and any other day if it works for you, okay? Once you examine what that buffet has to offer, I want you to take your time to put things on there. Only the things that you currently have the appetite for. Meaning, if you have an appetite for a salad, only get the salad. Don't try to get the salad, the soup, the meat, the macaroni and cheese, the beans, the pasta. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with all this stuff. Only put on your plate today what you are hungry for today. So again, you're at this buffet. You realize, oh, I want to get a piece of chicken. You get that piece of chicken. That's going to be your main meat. That's going to be the main thing today that you know you need to take care of. That may be either you going to sleep early. That may be you making sure that you work out. Just the main focus that you want for your day is your meat. Okay? Now keep on going down that buffet line. What else do you have an appetite for today? Put those things that you have an appetite to get done for today on your plate for today. And then what? You continue to move on down that assembly line. You continue to move on down that buffet and only put the things on your plate that you want to eat. All right? Again, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. So once you get all of the things from this buffet that you only want to eat today, you go have a seat. You look at everything that you picked up at this buffet that's on your plate. And while you're looking at the meal that you just compiled on your plate, you decide which part of that meal you want to eat at what time. Okay? The most important thing is you are taking your time and you are going at your own pace when it comes to you eating your meal. You are not giving that fork to somebody else and allowing them to feed you, but you are determining what part of my meal do I want to eat at what time. The reason why this is important because how often do we have so much on our own personal plates that we didn't even put there? I'm guilty of this too. I find myself overwhelmed sometimes from trying to eat everything else that I didn't even put on my own plate. So for today's Mindfulness Monday, again, imagine today as a buffet. Imagine yourself only putting things that you have an appetite for today on that plate. If you ain't got no sweet tooth, don't you put no ice cream or no cookies on that plate right now. We have other days. Which means if you ain't got no sweet tooth, don't put going grocery shopping or unpacking and unloading the refrigerator and cleaning that out and cleaning out the freezer. Don't put all that on your plate today because you ain't in the mood for it. All right? If you want to keep it simple and light, put you a salad on there. You don't have to get ranch. Get you some vinaigrette. Which means you're taking a light load today. Check in with yourself so that you know what you're hungry for, okay? Once you determine what you're hungry for, you take your time and eat. And who told you that you had to just throw everything down your throat and just make sure that you stuff yourself and eat till you're full? Eat until you're comfortable. Learn to listen to your body and eat until your body says eat enough, okay? So what that means in real life terms Whatever you've put on your plate today, running those errands, getting the car fixed, handling everything at the house, paying all these bills, working, tending to your partner, tending to these, whatever you've decided that you wanted to put on your plate to eat today, you take your time to eat it. And everything that you no longer have space for after you put it on your plate, you can put it in a to-go box. Because it's always another time to finish eating that, okay? Don't sit there and stuff yourself. Meaning don't sit there and overwhelm your brain with everything that you've decided to put on your plate. You sit there, eat what you can until you are comfortable, until your body says, ooh, enough. You take a pause, put the rest of that stuff up in a box, and save it. All right? If you're watching this, just take a mindful moment. If you're watching this, just for the next 10 seconds, wherever you are, just breathe. You don't even have to close your eyes. Breathe. Now, if you practice that mindfulness technique with me just then, it's pretty difficult at the same time to focus on everything else that you have to do today. Take your time with yourself. Check in with yourself and take inventory. Again, not eating everything that's on your plate, but putting everything that you're hungry for on your plate, taking a seat and taking a bite at a time, meaning you tackling one task at a time. Eating all that you can, meaning doing all that you can within the time frame that we only have for today. Whatever else that you were unable to finish, anything else that you put on your plate that you didn't get a chance to take a bite at, you put that in a box. You put that in a box. Say, excuse me, no more, because my body said enough, meaning my mind said enough, I'm tired. My body is telling me I need to lay down. And you make sure that you find peace in accepting that you've had enough and that you can always go back into that box to finish. Okay? If you are not having an amazing day or just finding some type of peace within your day, I challenge you to reset where you are and to make sure that you get a simple ounce of peace in your day. I challenge you to take your power back. If you don't know how, step outside, observe, look at the trees, let the wind brush up against your skin. Wiggle your toes to always remind yourself that you are where your feet are. In this moment, right here, right now. Not in tomorrow, not in yesterday. Wherever your feet are is where you are. So allow yourself to keep your mind and your body in one place. Okay? I hope y'all are having an amazing day. Again, if you are not, I hope that you find your power and you find your peace, and you have one anyway. If y'all have any questions, any concerns, any feedback from me, I would love to hear it. If you have any suggestions for me for Mindfulness Monday, as I come here live every Monday, holler at me. And until next time, make sure you have a nice day. Thank you for tuning in.